Hey everybody, I already did a short on this Clementine and Starfruit by the Body Shop, but I still wanted to do a regular length video on this. Um, First though, please like and subscribe. I really just want to reach the 1,000 subscribers that YouTube makes necessary to monetize it all. It wouldn't be a lot, but I have a lot of videos, so it would just, there's no reason why I shouldn't. So, yeah, I would appreciate it. Anyway, so I actually found this by the Body Shop, and we don't have any body shops in my area, the area of South Carolina I live in. But I found this at TJ Maxx for just a few dollars, and like in their clearance section, and I picked it up, grabbed it, smelled it, and my mother was with me, and immediately this reminded me of a product by L'Oreal back in the early 2000s. And it was when they had their, I think it was Studio Senses, because they sold two different hair fresheners. One was called the Cool Scent, and the other, I think, was the Warm Scent, but it was the Cool Scent that we love so much. So I opened the lid to this, while my mom was standing there, and I was like, oh my gosh, what does this remind you of? And I held it up to her, and she's not even big on fragrance or anything, but I said, do you remember the L'Oreal like hair freshener? And she said, oh yeah, there is similarity to that. So I really like this stuff. This smells so good. The Body Shop, this came out in 2021, Clementine and Starfruit. So obviously this is very citrusy, and it's kind of like bright citrus bitter at first in a really good way. And I'm assuming this is targeted for unisex, and of course, it is unisex, but I will say that, it's bright, citrusy, a little bitter, but then it does go sweet. Now, that's different than the hair refreshener, not refreshener, the hair freshener by L'Oreal that I'm talking about. That one did not go sweet, but it was a citrusy type fragrance. Even the colors are similar. This has got the like the yellows and blue, and I'll show you their bottle in a minute. Anyhow, let me show you what it reminds me of real quick though. So this is the hair freshener that I'm talking about, and as a matter of fact, you guys, I actually messaged L'Oreal on Facebook, and I was like, why don't you make this anymore? And do you or will you have anything similar? And by the way, you know how there's like groups online about bring this fragrance back, that kind of thing? This one has its fan clubs, like, and if you look it up where it's being sold on like eBay, or if you can find it, people just comment like, this was the best stuff. Like if you worked in a restaurant, if you worked in a bar, or if you were a cigarette smoker, this stuff for real would make your hair smell so good, and you could just spray it all over your person. Anyway, I actually remember going out. We were in Charlotte, North Carolina at the time, and I was with my cousin and some friends, and not everybody was a cigarette smoker, but I smoked cigarettes. So I was spraying myself before we went in somewhere, and everybody was like, oh my gosh, let me use that. It smells so good. Um, and not because they were trying to freshen up, they just love the smell of it. So back to this though, this, when you first open it, it smells very similar to that. And I found just a couple of other reviews of this online, and it is on Fragrantica. Like I said, it came out in 2021. But I think I've heard people say that the Body Shop is kind of secretive about the notes in their fragrance things. And so the only thing listed is the Clementine and Starfruit, but clearly there's more notes in it than that, because a lot of people say they pick up on a hint of floral as well. Guys, don't let that put you off. If you're a masculine male or male identifying person, this is still unisex because it's bright and fresh. But then, like I said, the difference between this and the L'Oreal hair freshener is that after the bright citrusy bitterness opening, this does go sweet. However, I was surprised, like after I sprayed it all in my hair, and my hair was smelling all good, and I think I sprayed it all on myself, and I thought that after a couple hours that it had died down, and then just changing location, inside, outside, and then like smelling my hair like specifically, and like my jacket or whatever it was I had on. I was like, oh my gosh, it's still there. So I actually do think this is pretty good lasting. I saw somebody review like I think she was from Australia, a whole line by the Body Shop, and she goes through like the little fragrance dome things they have. And I think this probably lasts. I don't have that, but I think this probably lasts longer. I am so glad to have found this. I'm going to keep using it. And I can't wait for summer. So it's like January right now, but this is going to smell really good and be really pretty and fresh in the summertime. It has that fresh citrusy tropical, but like I said, it does go into like a sweetness. So if you've tried this, let me know and comment, and please do like and subscribe. See you soon.